Hello students, so far we have studied the pre-fertilization events of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. We have studied gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Gametogenesis is nothing but microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis, and gamete transfer is pollination, that is pollen transfer from anther to stigma. In this section we are going to study about if pollen grain reaches to stigma, it lands on the stigma on this part of the pistil. What kind of interaction between stigma and pollen takes place? That is called pollen pistil interaction. All the events from pollen deposition on the stigma until pollen tube enters the ovule are together referred as pollen pistil interaction. There are two main events taking place in pollen pistil interaction. First of the event is recognition of compatible pollen. What do you mean by compatible pollen? That we have already discussed. If it is the right type of pollen has landed on the stigma, stigma will receive it. If it is wrong type of pollen, the stigma will reject it and prevents its germination. Right type of pollen will germinate over the stigma, but wrong type of pollen will not germinate. It will be rejected by stigma. Why? Because there is some chemical components between them, and the continuous dialogue is undergoing, which is mediated by chemicals like boron, inositol and sucrose. So these are the chemicals which establish a continuous dialogue between the stigma and pollen, pistil and pollen. So the ability of the pistil to recognize the pollen by a continuous dialogue between the chemical components of pollen and stigma. And the second event, if it is the right type of pollen has landed on the stigma, then the second event will take place, that is germination of pollen and development of male gametophyte. Germination of pollen and development of male gametophyte. The first one is the compatible pollen starts its germination and stimulated by certain secretion of stigma. Stigma will secrete certain enzymes and which will receive the pollen and starts its germination into it. Then what will happen? The intine layer, the inner layer of pollen will grow out through one of the germ pore. किसी एक germ pore से ये बाहर निकलेगा and it will come out and it will form a pollen tube, and pollen tube, all the contents of pollen will move into the pollen tube, and the contents are vegetative cells and generative cells. If it is in 3-celled stage, then there will be 2 male gametes and 1 vegetative cells. So all the components has come into this pollen tube, and this now it will enter into the pollen tube, and all the contents of pollen move into the pollen tube. The contents of pollen tube are generative cell and vegetative cells. If the pollen grain is in 2-celled stage, the generative cell will divide mitotically and it will form 2 male gametes inside the pollen tube. But if the pollen grain is in 3-celled stage, then pollen tube will carry 2 male gametes from the beginning. Now pollen tube has germinated and pollen tube will grow through the tissue of stigma. Now this is pollen grain and it will germinate and it will pass through the style and by secreting enzyme, and this enzyme digests the passage of style so that it can easily move through the style, and it will enter the ovary first, and then from ovary it will enter ovule through micropyle, and through micropyle it will enter the ovule, and from ovule it will enter the embryo sac, and through filiform apparatus of synergids. Synergids are guided by a filiform apparatus which guide the male gamete to liberate and fuse with egg cell. Germinated pollen grain with pollen tube carrying vegetative nucleus and 2 male gametes in the fully developed female gametophyte. Now 2 male gamete has reached into the fully developed female gametophyte, and now there will fertilization take place, and fertilization will be taking place twice. Let us see, 2 male gametes are entering. One of the male gamete will fuse with this egg cell and another male gamete will fuse with this polar nuclei. Let us see how it happens. As it is very clear from the name, double fertilization. Fertilization should take place twice, 2 times. If fertilization takes place 2 times, we call it double fertilization. And double fertilization is the characteristic features of flowering plants. What happens in this? 2 male gametes are entering into the embryo sac. One of the male gamete will fuse with egg cell to form zygote, and this is called syngamy. So haploid male gamete fuse with haploid egg cell to form diploid zygote, and this process is called syngamy, and zygote later on it develops into embryo. Now second male gamete will fuse with 2 polar nuclei. Second male gamete will fuse with 2 polar nuclei to form primary endosperm nucleus, and male gamete is here haploid, 2 polar nuclei, that is diploid, and it will form primary endosperm nucleus, that will be triploid. So here 3 nuclei are getting fused, so this is called triple fusion. So fusion is taking place twice. Syngamy, first one, and second one is triple fusion. So this syngamy and triple fusion, 2 times fertilization is taking place, and this is called double fertilization. Syngamy plus triple fusion is called double fertilization. Here syngamy forms zygote and triple fusion form primary endosperm nucleus, which later on develops into endosperm, and zygote will later on develops into embryo, isn't it? Fertilization, what happens in double fertilization? There will be release of 2 male gametes from pollen tube into cytoplasm of synergid, and fusion of one of the male gamete will take place with egg cell, and this is called syngamy. It will form zygote, and which later on it will develops into embryo, and fusion of second male gamete with 2 polar nuclei, and it will form PN, and later on it will develops into endosperm, and this is known as triple fusion. So so syngamy plus triple fusion is equal to double fertilization. Artificial hybridization. It is one of the major approaches of crop improvement program. Here only desired pollen grains are used for pollination in order to obtain desired and high quality of crops. So 2 techniques are followed in artificial hybridization program. First one is emasculation, another one is bagging. What is emasculation? Emasculation is removal of anther from the flower bud before the anther dehisces. मतलब एंथर डेहिसिस होने से पहले, pollen grain के बाहर आने से पहले anther is removed from the plants, and this is called emasculation. And when anther is removed, then what is done with pistil? Then emasculated flowers covered by bag is covered by bags. Generally the bags are made up of butter paper, so that stigma can be protected from contamination, so that stigma should not get contaminated with unwanted pollen. Because अगर उस प्लांट के एंथर नहीं है लेकिन दूसरे प्लांट्स के एंथर से pollen आकर के थ्रू pollinators it can land on that stigma and it can pollinate. So unwanted pollen grain वहाँ पर नहीं आए उसके लिए उसको बैगिंग करते हैं, उसको बैग से कवर कर देते हैं. Here the main purpose is to prevent the stigma from contamination, and this two techniques are followed in artificial hybridization. If the flower is unisexual, there is no need of emasculation. वहाँ से एंथर हटाने की जरूरत है नहीं क्योंकि only stigma will be present in that. So far we have studied pre-fertilization events and fertilization events. In the next section we will study post-fertilization event. In that we will study about how the endosperm develops from primary endosperm nucleus and how embryo develops from zygote and maturation of ovule into seed. Ovule will change into seeds and ovary will develop into fruits. So in the next section we will discuss post fertilization events.